Welcome to Woodsfield Redskins football. We're at Cambridge High School, and it's McFarland Stadium, Chizzy. I'm here with Joe Palmer, and Dave Palmer's behind the camera there, and we've got an exciting evening ahead of us, Joe.
Well, I'll tell you, we saw a sign on the way out of Woodsfield, and it was just great. I don't know who did it, but it said, "The last one out, please turn off the lights." So I think they expect everybody in Woodsfield over here in Cambridge tonight to watch the Redskins, and I really think, Dale, we're going to have another game after this one. That's my prediction for the evening.
Okay, and you've been right all year. I'll tell you what, though, I think I was the last one out, and I forgot. I'm not sure.
No, Jeff's coming, so he can turn the lights out.
Stevens, but he's coming from Bellsville. We are looking forward to a great game. You know, Newark Catholic is kind of synonymous with football in the high school playoff scene, and there's no way of getting around at how talented this team is. And of course, the weather conditions, you know, it's been raining. The field is muddy. I don't know who that's going to favor, but it is going to have an effect in tonight's ball game. Josie, we're going to be talking to you a lot more this evening. I kind of got word that you wanted more airtime. So is there anything that you'd like to say before we start this game?
I'm going to get even. That's all I have to say, really. It's kind of exciting for me. I've never been on the, 40-yard line before, and I've got football players on this end and football players on that end, and I'm glad I didn't have to play football when I was a kid.
Well, expectations for this game are very, very high. You know, everybody in Monroe County looking forward to this game, and of course, Newark Catholic coming in with a perfect 11-0 record. You know, Woodsfield with a 9-0 record. It's going to be a great evening. Coach Stevens will be here shortly, and we'll give you an idea of the starting lineups on both sides. So we'll be right back.
You're a busy person. You don't have time to drive all over the Ohio Valley to check prices, go back 2 weeks later to pick up your order, and still not be happy about the quality. The good news is, you don't have to. The Sports Connection is right here with a full line of sports attire, including shirts, shorts, socks, ball hats, and of course school jackets. Professional and college team clothing is available. We do monogramming, embroidering, silk screening, transfers, and lettering. We outfit any team, any size. Save time and money when you take your custom orders to the Sports Connection.
John and Steve of Weber's Pharmacy were born and raised in our area and care about you and your family. Over the years, they've served our community with after-hours emergency services, quality products, competitive prices, friendly staff, and that special hometown touch. With that same spirit of hometown pride, John and Steve wish Coach Acosta and the 93 Woodsfield Redskins football team another successful season. Remember Weber's Pharmacy for all your health care needs. You're not just a number at Weber's Pharmacy, you're part of the family.
You want to keep on getting all the power and performance that your car was built to deliver. So use BP Super Unleaded Gasoline from Demchex BP. Keep your vital fuel injectors clean to prevent hard starting, stalling, hesitation, and poor mileage. Filling your tank is just a start. We wash windshields, check motor oil, belts, hoses, coolant levels, and windshield washer fluid. You stay in the driver's seat while we do the work, or help yourself at the self-serve island. At Demchex BP, you have a choice.
Autumn's here, time for things to quiet down after a hot and hectic summer. Treat yourself to a new haircut, hair color, perm, or manicure for fall at Rita's Beauty Shop. Open 6 days a week and evenings by appointment. For your convenience, walk-ins are welcome. Gift certificates are available for services and products for holiday or year-round gift giving. For family hair care and manicures, call Rita's Beauty Shop 472-0964. Treat yourself.
Good evening again, and we're ready for football action. We'll talk a little bit about the Newark Catholic Green Wave. The Green Wave since 1958 has won 7 championships and 5 times has been runner-up. They have won 322 games compared to only 71 losses. That's an outstanding record for any high school athletic program. This year, they have outscored their opponents 339 to 68 with 3 shutouts, amassing scores of 40, 45, and 50 in 3 separate games. They're a very potent offense. And Coach Jeff Stevens has joined me here. Coach, welcome. You know, you're a little late. I know you had basketball practice tonight. You know, we have wet conditions on the field. What kind of comments from your perception of the Green Wave from Newark Catholic?
Well, when you're talking about Newark Catholic, I think anybody that's familiar with high school football will know that that is one of the premier programs, small school-wise, in the state of Ohio. I know that almost every year, from a coaching standpoint, you concede a playoff spot to them, knowing that they're going to be there every year. 2 years ago, when many Woodsfield people would have seen Newark Catholic play, they went on and won the state championship. Last year, state runners-up. So you're talking about one of the premier programs right in the whole area. So we'll see what happens tonight.
They are coming in with a perfect 11-0 record this year, and they have been impressive. You know, one of the most impressive, I guess, that we would be familiar with is the Blair Big Reds. You know, Blair is one of the Division II powerhouses in the state of Ohio, a very fine team, and they came and gave Blair an 18-12 beating. And, you know, they beat some very impressive schools on their way to these playoff games.
Right, and year in, year out, they play a lot of bigger schools, Division IV, Division III, and such. And I know in the game you mentioned against Blair, even though it was a Division V school beating a bigger school, that was not considered an upset by anyone around. And Blair is a fine, fine club.
Last week in their first round playoff, you know, they beat Fisher Catholic, a fine Fisher Catholic team, by a score of 21-6. And so they are a quality program. You know, the Green Wave is under the direction of second-year head coach Jeff Buchanan, and they've only failed to make the postseason playoffs once since 1981. That was 1989. They've been in the final 11 times since 75, amassed a string for, you know, just an amazing string for any high school athletic program. They're well coached, and they're very, very talented. They are led by quarterback Chris Green. He is a junior. He's 6'2", 180 pounds. He's an all-state candidate, and he's passed for over 1,259 yards, 17 touchdowns. He's 62 for 131 attempts and has only thrown 6 interceptions. So Green is quite a quarterback. His favorite receiver is John Kempf. He's a senior at 6 foot, 170 pounds, also an all-state candidate. He has 30 receptions for 760 yards and 8 touchdowns. He averages over 25 yards a reception. He's also returned 2 kickoffs and 2 punt returns for touchdowns. Excuse me. I'll tell you what, I don't know if this is going to work, Joe.
I'm not sure it is either. I'm writing down notes here if everybody wonders what is going on and how come you're losing your
The last note was, what do we shoot?
Well,
I would try the mud in the middle of the field, you know.
Well, the problem is here that we could not see the band on the sideline, so when people were missing the band, that's why it wasn't on there.
We have beautiful facilities, though.
Oh,
you know, now that I've got you on here, I'm going to let you talk. This is a beautiful place to be, right?
Hey, I'll tell
and
you,
you're happy to be here.
I'm very happy to be here. I'm glad all of Woodsfield is here.
Yes, there is coffee in the back, and so if in the middle of plays or so on, if I just leave, you'll be okay?
That's right, I can cover.
Okay, I know. I taught you well. Continuing with the starting lineup, so John Kempf, and an impressive young man. Tight end Mike Musselman. Now he has been out, I believe, with mono for the last 3 weeks. He is a senior. He has 15 catches for 316 yards, 5 touchdowns. In the backfield, tailback Kerry McCarthy, a senior. He's rushed for 795 yards and 10 touchdowns. Fullback Rob Whoops. I lost my fullback. Fullback Ryan Abel, number 45. And this Abel boy is a defensive player of the year in the Central District All-Star team. And at linebacker, he's an aggressive young man. And he also plays at the fullback position. We'll continue with some of the starting lineup for the Green Wave after we take a short break for some of our outstanding sponsors. So we'll be right back.
The F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency was established in 1903. They have 3 agents and 3 customer service representatives to give you the kind of service you deserve. Being an independent insurance agency means they represent different companies, allowing them to compare for you. For all of your insurance needs, auto, home, life, bonds, business, or farms, contact F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency at 472-0876.
Masters Garage has recently added a new service to their long list of automotive repairs. They're now rebuilding starters, alternators, and generators. And remember, they specialize in custom exhaust work with the Ben Pearson Muffler Shop, as well as brake work, lube jobs, and oil changes. Masters features a full line of Quaker State products, including oil, filters, lube products, and parts to keep your vehicle in top running condition. Call Masters Garage today at 472-1232. We're back, and we're just a few minutes before game time. And, Coach, these two teams are not strangers to the playoff field. Of course, Newark Catholic has been here forever. You know, they're just an ornament probably to the playoff situation. Woodsfield, this is our 3rd trip to the playoffs. Twice we've had to bow out at the hands of Newark Catholic. In 1984, we took a shellacking on a really cold day. I believe it was in Dover. And then, of course, the most recent time in 1991. And the crowd, you can hear as Woodsfield Redskins taking the field. I do believe the entire county is here.
I'll tell you, for a very poor weather night, you have to be really impressed with the turnout. And not only the whole town of Woodsfield, if you look around through the crowd, you'll see people and school jackets from several other schools within the whole Ohio Valley. So it's not just Woodsfield and Monroe County. I think we're talking about the whole OVAC and the whole PVC supporting the Redskins tonight.
Exactly. Looking back in 1984, I remember that game because it was about as cold, I think, as I have ever been. And Woodsfield, if I remember right, first play from scrimmage, a pass to Marvin Potts. Was that right?
Right. First play of the game, Woodsfield scored on a reverse pass. I believe it might have been Dave Prickett throwing the pass to Marvin Potts, and it was 7-0. Just in the opening moments of the game,
and then unfortunately,
then that was the extent of it for the rest of the evening.
Yeah,
but that was Woodsfield's first playoff experience.
That's exactly right.
That was really a major task they were going up against that night.
And then in 1991, so well to remember, we had a really good first-round playoff against a Shadyside team. Did a very nice job at St. Clairsville. Came to Zanesville that evening and ran into a buzzsaw again.
Right, and the final score of that game was a little bit misleading. It was a lot more competitive game than what the score indicates.
Exactly.
And I think you also must remember several members of the Redskins this year. The seniors would have been sophomores and the juniors freshmen at that time. They were there, and even though many of them did not play a lot, they still had the experience of being in 2 playoff games, and then last week would be 3, and that would probably be key to help them out tonight.
Right, in that contest, Woodsfield came in, ranked number 2 in the state, and Newark was number 1 at that time. Tonight we come in, we're ranked 4th in the state, and Catholic ranked 2nd. So, this is a game that you have to play if you're going to make it to the big time. And I'm sure the Redskins are ready. We will be receiving for Catholic. They have a very fine punter, Rob Jones. Number 3 is their kicker, and Jones was a first district team all district kicker, and he's teeing it up, and we're just about to get this one underway.
I think before we get started here, Dale, too, we could comment about the field conditions with the rain at the middle of the week, and then kind of a drizzle blowing across the field tonight. The field is not in very good shape.
No, not at all. We did our pregame out in the middle, and it was muddy.
It's a very windy night, very cold night.
Kick coming to the middle to Robinson. Robinson on the 5-yard line, 4-yard line, coming up to the 10, 15, the 20. He's got a wall. He's got a seam up the middle. He's coming to the 45-yard line where he's taken out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, you could see that open up as he came up the left sideline right there. The Newark Catholic was badly outnumbered. He received a couple of blocks there and did a great job getting back out to about the 43-yard line. That's about a 38, 39-yard return. Good field position right off the bat.
Yeah, good job. He was taken out of bounds by number 25, Justin Byers. Byers, 6 foot, 170 pounds, a senior. So we'll have the first possession here.
Great way to start this evening, Dale.
We're ready. We have a slot to the right. Shoemaker with the ball, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage, but he goes forward for a couple. Abel, number 45, on the stop.
And they tell us that that's the kid that you'll see all night around the ball defensively. As you mentioned, he was Central District Player of the Year defensively. And
All-Stater from last year.
He just lines up there at that linebacker and goes.
Tremendous athlete, number 45. So that's somebody you'll want to keep in the back of your mind. Number 45, linebacker. Rob Jones, the other linebacker, wears number 3. Russell taking the snap. Handoff goes to Dustin, and Robinson picks up possibly a yard.
Looks like number 24, maybe. McCarthy. And on the tackle there.
Kerry McCarthy.
I think one of the key things we can look at with the reputation that Newark Catholic has defensively is just how well Woodsfield may be able to sustain anything offensively. A lot of trouble last week for the Redskins up until the fourth quarter when they were able to put together some plays to pull that game out.
Again, wing right. And Russell looking down. He's got a man open, and it's stepping in front, an interception there. I believe number 23. Number 22, Rob Calvert, on the interception as he stepped in front of Larry Nelson. So Ricky with an interception. They're going to have the ball here on the 34, 35-yard line. Well, they're placing it on the 33-yard line. So Newark is going to get their first opportunity with just over 10 minutes, 28 seconds.
For an instant there, it looked like Larry had gotten behind the defensive man.
I thought he had it.
Ball, again, going into the wind, and that probably caused the pass to be a little bit underthrown right there. The result was an interception.
Green,
Here comes a halfback pass.
A lot of pressure. Breaking out, and he's down. Field conditions causing that one, I believe.
And number 19 there, Brian Klockner, as the program lists him as a backup quarterback. I think they probably slid him in there hoping that the defense would not see that to get a big play off the bat. Good job defensively, and then he stumbled or slipped back there on the wet conditions.
Field conditions will have some effect on this evening's game.
No question about it. No question. It'll change the play calling by both teams.
Exactly.
And makes breaks, which are always important, even more of a key tonight. A fumble in a key situation could be disastrous.
So Green's going to take a timeout here. He didn't like what he's seeing as they're deep in a hole. They're 2nd and 21. So with timeout on the field, with 9 minutes and 32 seconds, we'll take a timeout and we'll be right back.
Maybe you already knew that the Village Bake Shop has a full line of meats, but did you know they're the home of the marinated ribeye? And you probably knew that they make all occasion cakes, but did you know they now make wedding cakes? The Village Bake Shop offers different daily lunch specials every week, too. And Don's excited about the complete catering service. If you have a banquet, wedding, meeting, or party scheduled, relax and leave the cooking to them. Now that you know they're more than a bakery, we'll see you at the Village Bake Shop.
So with time back in on the field, Green will bring his team. We have wideouts to both sides. Hand off, goes straight up the middle, and we have him tripped up at the line of scrimmage. He'll come forward for a couple yards, making it 3rd and 18. Kramer on the stop. I believe Magilton may have got a hand on the arm, or on the leg, on the arm, that's good.
passing situation right here early. I know one thing the Woodsfield coaches pointed out is the deep drop that this quarterback takes right here. Green, he'll go back deeper than most, and that gives him more time.
Green dropping, a lot of pressure. Kramer coming in. He's going to elude one tackler to the outside, and he's going to be met and brought down at the line of scrimmage, where they'll have 4th down, so Jones will have a chance to kick this away. A lot of pressure again, getting him in the backfield. Mr. Green had nowhere to go on that one. So number 3, Rob Jones, in punt formation. Good pressure, a deep kick. Robinson got the ball on the 35-yard line, cutting back, and he will go a couple steps forward as he slipped on the wet turf. Robinson getting back just short of the 40-yard line. They're going to place it on the 39, and we'll have 1st and 10 there for the Redskins.
Right there, Robinson trying to get to this sideline for a return left that time. I saw that he did not have an opportunity to get to the wall. He just cut it up to the middle of the field to try to get what yardage he could. Woodsfield loses about 6 yards on that exchange of punts.
Footing not real good on the field. Shoemaker on the counter play, and he's met immediately, and he'll pick up possibly a couple yards. It looks like Jones and Abel on the stop, as he'll get just over the 40-yard line. Well, it's going to be 2nd and a long 9. Dustin Hughes checking in. Dustin will alternate back and forth into the ball game.
You can see right there the spot on the 40-yard line where the ball is now is one of the worst spots on the field. Very muddy right in that area.
I formation. Quick handoff. Luke Shoemaker. Luke gets hard yardage, a couple maybe. Tom Kelly on the stop. It's going to be 3rd and long, 7, possibly 8.
That name Kelly should be familiar to fans
Yes.
of Woodsfield from a couple of years ago. A young man for Newark Catholic, the name of Rob Kelly, I believe is his brother, who was just an outstanding football player.
Playing at Ohio State now. Dustin Robinson met as they had a...
Well, that's a little quick screen right there. The whole idea there is that Shoemaker goes out and blocks the first guy that shows right there. Unfortunately, he did not make the block, and Dustin had nowhere to go.
So it's going to be 4th down, ball on the 38-yard line, and we'll have Scott Wilson on to kick this away with 6 minutes. Scott, it's a high kick, and it's going to come to the 43-yard line and takes a Woodsfield-type roll back to the 37-yard line as Kelly and Calvert just watch it roll. They'll have 1st and 10 with good field position on the 37-yard line.
It's about a 24-yard net on the punt right there, but very fortunate roll, and it looked like also as Wilson planted his foot to kick the ball that he slipped, and that took a lot of the power away from his leg, so the roll kind of helped out. 24 yards with no return.
Wide out to both sides. Number 20 coming to this side is John Kemp, their leading receiver. Quite a young athlete. Another number to watch. Handoff quickly, and he runs into a ball. Ball's loose, and looks like, I believe, Lumpy Shoemaker, I'm sorry, Dalrymple, fell on the ball. This could be a game of big plays.
Really hard to tell from our vantage point, Dale, who may have caused that fumble and who may have gotten on it. Looked like Magilton was right in the middle there somewhere. Not sure if he ended up on the ball or not, but a good defensive play there and a good hit delivered to force that fumble. Break number 1, Redskins.
Ricky Russell looking, and he's got a lot of problems, and he's going to be taken for a loss.
I'll tell you what, right there, Dale, receiver down there, I believe it was Larry Nelson, was 5 yards behind everybody on the defense, but Russell just never had a chance to get set up and deliver the ball. We need better pass protection than that to give him a chance to throw the ball.
Weingardner and McCarthy on the stop as he's dropped for a loss, and we're back deep. 2nd and 19 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this first quarter. A slot eye with wide out Larry Nelson on the far side. Ricky will take this snap, and he'll drop a little screen pass. Shoemaker with the ball.
As Shoemaker tried to turn back and cut to the middle of the field off a block out there by Dalrymple, he just lost his footing. He had nowhere to go. He tried the best he could to keep his feet, get his hands down, but just couldn't keep his balance.
Couldn't keep his balance long enough to get moving.
But I tell you what, he had some running room right there, and we may look later on in the game there for Woodsfield to go back to that screen play right there, because there was a chance for yardage there if Luke had not have lost his footing.
We're on the 49-yard into Green Wave territory with 3rd and 21. Slot eye with Robinson with the ball, and he's going to make it across the 45 to the 43, and he's stopped by a wave of Green Waves. Number 22 on initial hit, Rob Calvert. Ryan Abel also at the bottom of that pile. So it's going to be 4th and 16, just over 3 minutes.
That play right there was really designed just to try to get some yardage back. Woodsfield now just inside the 44-yard line, a little bit of field position here. Hopefully Wilson can knock a punt down inside the 15 to put Newark Catholic back in the hole. A little bit of a low snap there.
Kemp and Kelly back. It is low, and it's going out of bounds. Looks like on the 26, 27-yard line possibly.
Wilson turned his body there and was aiming for the far sideline there to try to knock it out of bounds, but the ball just did not go where he wanted to. He'd like to have had that down on about the 15, but instead Newark Catholic's going to have the ball about the 27, 28-yard line.
Yeah, number 20, John Kemp, is a guy they want to keep it away from. He was a deep back on the return team. He's returned 2 punts and 2 kickoffs for touchdowns, so...
Right, I don't think you'll see the Redskins kick to him at any time tonight.
The Twins to this side, Kemp, and number 33, I didn't catch Purcell.
That's Kenny McGilton right there in the tackle. Just shot through a gap right there, basically untouched, hit the man in the backfield. And as we commented last week, Kenny would be as quick as anybody that Newark Catholic has played this year, I'm certain. And if their center does not block him, Kenny will make a lot of tackles in the backfield.
Exactly. Kenny will get there before the ball if you don't give him a block. So Kenny coming up with a tremendous effort. Rob Calvert wide out to this side. Kemp to the far side. Dropping the ball underneath to Kemp, but he's only going to have a yard. Dustin Robinson, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like Dustin Robinson over there. Caught the ball there, knocked him out of bounds. Gain of just 3 or 4 yards right there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 and probably a passing situation.
Dustin on that corner position, staying right there with Kemp, and he had nowhere to go. So it is 3rd and 10 to put it back to the original line of scrimmage. Green looking, and he has a man in the middle of the field, but it's knocked down.
It looked like Jeremy Kramer right there got a hand on that right there. He tried to hit, I believe it was number 28, across the middle there on a little crossing pattern. Jeremy with the hand up, deflected, and
another
4th and 10 right there. That's the things you have to do.
Rob Jones will be back in punt formation. He'll be standing on his own 15-yard line. Lynn and Robinson back deep, and they're on the 35-yard line awaiting the punt. And it is a long kick. Robinson getting it on the 33-yard line. He cuts back and forth, and he picks up possibly 5-6 yards back to the 41, 42-yard line.
Same situation there as we had before. Dustin wanted to get over to the left side where he had his blockers, but the kick went to his right, and he just cut upfield to try to get what yardage he could.
You're not going to do much juking around.
No, he had no help over there. I tell you, we hear nothing but good things about this punter for Newark Catholic, Rob Jones, as far as a place kicker and a punter, and a couple of nice kicks considering the conditions and the wind at his back so far.
So we've got 1st and 10 in 1 minute and 10 seconds with a wing right. Ball tossed back to Robinson, and he's buried immediately. Number 73 on the stop, Steve Gress.
Yeah, and number 24 was there initially, McCarthy. And he caused Dustin to cut back inside, where number 73 then was able to finish off the play.
So it's 2nd and 15 with just under a minute. And they may not get this snap off. 40 seconds. One more play with a wing left handoff. Luke Shoemaker. Shoemaker sidesteps. He's to the 45, and he's going to be taken out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Luke Shoemaker with a nice job. Stopped by number 33, Tony DeVito. DeVito taking him out of bounds.
That's about a 10-yard pickup there by Shoemaker. Looks like a Newark Catholic player down right in front of the bench there.
We have number 3, Jones, who was the initial hit on the out of bounds, and he's up now and back. He'll have to set out this last play of the first quarter, but that would be a loss for them. Rob Jones, of course, being their kicker, but he runs off under his own power and looks like he's all right.
Well, I think we'll see him back on the next play right there. He must just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit there, and he'll be back.
3rd and 4, it looks like, on the 47-yard line. Larry Nelson to this side, a full house backfield. Robinson slips one tackle, and he's met head on. Tom Kelly, and I didn't see the other number. Justin Byers, number 25 on the stop. And that'll be end of the first quarter, and we've got a knotted ball game at 0s, and we'll be right back with second quarter action, so you hurry back.
Buy now and save big with manufacturer's rebates at Knowlton Ford Mercury. The 1993 F-150 four-wheel drive truck and the popular Ford Ranger with four-wheel drive are on the lot now and priced to go out the door with low financing. Let Knowlton's know your transportation needs in new and used cars and trucks. Tell them what you're looking for and at what price. We'll do the shopping for you. Their service department, customer satisfaction, and home light chainsaws are just a few more reasons to call 472-0783 today.
At Shoe Corner, all athletic shoes for sports and cheerleaders are 20% off. And we have new jeans for the family in stretch and regular and Jordache jeans and blouses. New ladies' jackets, skirts, pants, skirts, tops have just arrived. Of course, we have shoes. Nikes, Reeboks, LA Gear, lacrosse, rubber boots for hunting, fishing, or farming, Red Wing, steel-toed sport or insulated boots, soft spots, hush puppies, Wolverines, naturalizers, and clinic. Wait, there's more. The Shoe Corner now includes a craft store. See Betty and Pat about consignments. The Shoe Corner, more than just shoes.
With second quarter beginning with a punt, Scott Wilson back in punt formation. The first quarter, all defense, Coach.
Right, you got to give a big hats off right there to the Woodsfield defense. They kept Newark Catholic back to the wall.
Look at this kick, would you? We get another Redskins roll. It's going to be back on the, looks like it's maybe 16-yard line, 15-yard line.
That's what Wilson was trying to do. The last time he punted and we tried to go to his right side, it didn't work real well. That time he turned and tried to kick to his left, got a roll, and a super job right there, knocking out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
He almost looked like he slipped on that. You know, he turned sideways, but I guess that's what he's trying to do.
Right. He's trying to aim over that side. That's about a 40-yard punt right there.
That's a nice roll. So Green looking over his backfield, and he'll take this snap. Ball goes to number 34. McCarthy, Terry McCarthy, the ball carrier. McCarthy is one of their leading, the halfback. McCarthy is 5'9", 165 pounds. He is a senior.
First contact right there by inside linebacker Jonathan Calder.
Calder's done a super job all year.
A lot of times, I'll tell you, Jonathan, I really do not believe receives the credit that he deserves for the job he does defensively.
Exactly. Handoff up the middle, Abel with the ball, and he gets rough 2 yards. Looks like Lumpy Dalrymple.
Yeah,
And
Dalrymple's there. Somebody else there. Can't tell for sure. It looks like Magilton maybe getting up in there.
Magilton is another name that we call all the time, and he's kind of an unsung hero of this Redskin team.
The defensive players a lot of times don't get the credit. The offensive people tend to get the name in the paper and get all the credit. But example, the first quarter, Newark Catholic, who likes to throw the ball, had the wind at their back, but gained very little yardage and did not even come close to midfield during the first quarter.
John Kemp is wide out to this side.
Looks like he may be changing the play at the line there, Dale. Could be getting close to a delay of game penalty.
Getting close as he takes it in time. Slipping.
No, he didn't get the snap off. The back judge back here, I could see him checking his watch, and he did not get the snap off. We're going to have a delay of game penalty.
It looked like there was a lot of confusion on who was supposed to be where. Musselman, number 3.
Well, you could see
Rob
Green
Jones.
as he came up there. He turned and said something to the running backs, then turned to each side and said something to the people on that side of the field. So he was definitely changing the play and just, was not able to get it done and get it off. 5 more yards and 3rd and about 12.
3rd and 12. Ball on the 13-yard line. Green will take the snap and a power I, and he's looking down. He's got a man. In and out of the hands of Dustin Robinson.
The intended receiver, number 28 right there, Musselman. Robinson was right there, and again, throwing into a very strong breeze, and that ball just seemed to stay in the air forever and was up there for anybody to grab, and nobody made the play.
Musselman, their second best receiver. He's been out for the last 3 weeks, they say, with mono, so he's 6'2", 270 pounds. He is a good one. So Jones will be standing back, and right in front of us here on the 46-7-yard line is going to be Chris Lynn and Dustin Robinson. It's a shorter kick bouncing on the 40. Dustin picks it up. Chris Lynn picking it up.
That's a bit of a risky play right there to pick up the ball with the defense bearing down on you right there. But the best field position Woodsfield has had so far. They're going to start in Newark Catholic territory. The first time anybody has been in the other team's territory now at about the 42-yard line.
It's a good place to start. And it'll be 9:50 for the Redskins as sending Larry Nelson wide out to this side. Slot eye. Rick Russell will take this snap in the Green Wave territory. Dropping the ball, Larry Nelson. A lot of pressure. I don't know if that was tipped or just didn't get the ball out there. Maybe it slipped. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the conditions very similar to 2 weeks ago for the Woodsfield-Bellsville game. As the game goes, the ball gets wet, the hands get cold. Throwing the ball is going to be very, very difficult as the night wears on.
Chris Lynn to this side with Larry Nelson, far side, I formation. Quick handoff, Shoemaker behind the block, and he's up close to the first down. He'll lack maybe a yard. So that's really the first good run of anyone on both sides. Number 3 on the stop, Rob Jones, and also Justin Byers with a stop. So it's going to be 3rd and 2.
2 plays there. Shoemaker's been able to get a little bit of yardage on a long situation there. Last possession, he gained about 10 yards. He's going to get about 8 or 9 yards right there.
Good containment there by the line, keeping the Newark Green Wave in contain, and he hit it to the outside, picked up good yardage. So it will be 3rd and 2.
And we're also in 3rd and 2 at the 33-yard line. This is also 4-down territory. If the Redskins don't convert here, I'm sure they'll go for it on 4th down.
We have a slot to this side in motion. Chris Lynn. Shoemaker. And Shoemaker into the 28, looks like 29-yard line. You're going to have first down. I believe that is a first down, right?
8 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock before halftime. I believe that is the first down recorded by either team so far tonight.
So we got the first sustained drive of either team, and hopefully we can continue it as we're in good field position.
May have been a little luck involved there because it looked like Luke did not get the handoff clean, but was able to hold on to the ball and get some yardage.
Passing, looking down. Larry Nelson, and it's knocked out of bounds at the last second.
Boy, I tell you, Larry did a nice job there coming back and getting a chance for the ball. Looked like number 20 on
20
defense
John
right there.
Kempf.
Right, and
Defensive back.
Nice job right there by him. Another one of Newark Catholic's outstanding athletes.
Yeah, Kemp was first team defensive back, Central District. I thought Larry had the ball, and at the last second, he was close to the out of bounds line and being able to be knocked away. Chris Lynn be to this side with Larry Nelson wide out to the far side. High formation in the backfield. Giving the ball to Dustin. Dustin back to the original line.
Yeah, there's Abel again making the play.
Abel and Rob Jones also on the stop as he loses possibly a yard, making it 3rd and 11. Kenny Magilton coming into the ball game. 3rd and 11. Slot I, Larry Nelson wide out to this side. Standing right in front of us, just shy of the 30-yard line. Russell dropping. The screen, Luke Shoemaker's got it. And he'll be down and crossed out of bounds. I can't see the yard mark, 18-yard line.
He is very, very near. I believe he has the first down, Dale. He has the first down.
Good call. Looks like they're ready to move the sticks, and they do.
As I mentioned earlier, the screen pass was open, and when they ran out in an early possession there, Luke had a tremendous amount of running room, was not able to keep his footing on the wet conditions. I thought they may go back to the screen right there, and they did. Good yardage and a super effort by Luke to get the last couple yards for the first down.
And we have timeout on the field.
Ring Construction Company believes that home is where the heart is. If you're considering building a home, Ring Construction will do any stage of building. Or you may prefer they do it all, foundation to finish. Just turn the key and you're ready to move in. Ring Construction has plan books for you to look at, or bring in your blueprints. A design service is also available if you're looking for something out of the ordinary. You'll find the crew to be flexible, easy to work with, and most of all, dedicated to quality and to giving you guaranteed satisfaction. Whether your heart is in country traditional or contemporary, Ring Construction promises you quality combined with your style to make your house a home. Call Mark at 472-5762 for a free estimate on your new home. If you're a newlywed building a starter home, a growing family needing to build a larger house, or a couple looking for a retirement home, remember Ring Construction Company. People you know and quality you can trust.
With time in with 7:42. 1st and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line. And the green wave adjusting defense. Full house backfield. Handoff goes to Dustin Robinson. Is at the 15-yard line. He's met head on. And he picks up at least 4.
I tell you, Dale, I don't know if you could see on the screen right there or not, but when Dustin made the last hit and worked forward to the 14-yard line, looked like the ball came out of his hands and was on the ground for an instant. The Newark Catholic player did not see the ball, and Dustin was able to reach out and bring it back in.
Thank goodness I didn't see it, but let's send Chris Lynn and Larry Nelson as twins to the left. We have the I formation as we'll try this again in motion. Chris Lynn looking to Dustin. Oh! What was that, Joe? Oh! As Dustin was wide open, just couldn't get it.
They've done a tremendous job.
That's a tougher play than what it looks.
That's a hard one to catch.
There's momentum going away like that and trying to catch and thinking about turning upfield right there before you had the ball. Just really a tougher play than what it probably appears.
Right? Right. Robert Allen checking into the ball game, number 62. Also an unsung hero. He alternates in and out with Kenny Magilton, that guard position. Power eye, and ball in and out of the hands of Wilson. In fact, it wasn't even in and out of the hands.
I tell you, the tight end was open right there on a little bit of a release pattern. It's kind of a tight end pattern right there, and really the ball was thrown a little bit harder than what it needed to be.
Yeah, a little bit of a slant pattern.
Really a little more touch on that. We're going to get a field goal attempt coming right here, Dale. First scoring opportunity in the game. Dalrymple will tee this up right here. Be about a 32-yard attempt.
So Lumpy, let's see what he can put some numbers on the board. Ball down.
It's going to be short.
And it's over.
Got it. Oh, my.
Never seen that in your lifetime.
Unbelievable, Coach.
Like I said, it was going to be a little short.
It's just right on.
I'll tell you what, right there, it's still 3 points on the board, but right there, that ball got there for one reason only, and that was the wind behind it.
That's exactly right.
I'll tell you what, tomorrow in the newspaper, it's going to look like a hit over on the scoreboard area somewhere. It's 3 points. Redskins take the lead, and with the conditions as they are, that first score
could be
is
a biggie.
a big one.
That's for sure. I knew they had it all the way, Joe. What do you think?
I never saw anything like that, Dale.
I like that. I thought Short was going to drop short, but man, it just kind of found the edge of that metal crossbeam and over it went. You know, the possibilities of that. I'd like to see if he could do that again. How many times? Good job, Lumpy. It is a 3-0 ball game in favor of the Redskins with 6 minutes and 47 seconds and a half.
I'll tell you, you talk about a game of inches or a game of fractions. So many times when the ball will hit a bar like that, an upright or a crossbar, it'll bounce any which way. But enough momentum on that, it bounced over, and 3-0 right there.
That's
and
exactly.
I'll tell you, that's going to make a lot of people on the Woodsfield side of the field feel good, and a lot of people that gave the Redskins very little chance make them start to wonder here, because, like as I said a moment ago, first score is very, very important.
It's very
in a game
important.
like this.
We got Kemp, Musselman, and I believe Rob Calvert standing deep for the Green Wave. Number 20 is the man to look for, Rob Kemp.
Yeah, it looks like
an athlete.
Yeah, Dale, looks like Dalrymple is going to lay the ball flat on the tee right here. They're going to kick something on a line drive on the ground. The return men have moved up to about the 15-yard line. They saw that the ball was flat.
Dalrymple with kind of a unusual roll, and again we get a nice roll. Staying in bounds on the 12.
In bounds.
28, Calvert is a man, and he's hit there by, couldn't see the number.
Number 40.
40, Dimmerling.
40 right there. Mark Dimmerling delivered a tremendous blow right there.
Mark, I love to watch Mark. He's down on the field prancing back and forth, and he gets a big hit there as the ball just kind of swiggled around on the man thought it was going to go out of bounds.
Right, he thought the ball was going out of bounds. As a matter of fact, when he picked the ball up, I thought it looked like his foot was on the out of bounds line, but the official was right there. But Mark Dimmerling right there shows you how important special teams play can be. Made a big hit.
So we're on the 12-yard line. Wideouts to both sides. I formation. Green handoff goes to McGarry, I believe. McCarthy, I'm sorry. Gary McCarthy, number 24, picking up.
I believe 71, J.R. Young had a hand in that tackle right there.
Looked like he's going to pick up 5 yards, 5 yards, I guess. Going to park it 2nd and 5. Ball on the 16-yard line. And you can hear the crowd really getting into this with a 3-0 Woodsfield advantage as Green will take the snap with an I formation. Again, ball goes to the, couldn't see the Shoemaker on the stop, McCarthy on the carry again. He's going to be close to a first down. Going to mark it 3rd and looks like a long 2.
Newark Catholic's going to try to get a little bit of offense going here. That may be the first time tonight they've put together 2 plays with much in the way of positive yardage right there. 3rd and short, and I don't believe they've had a 3rd and short so far tonight.
Don't believe so. As we have wide out to this side, and Mr. Green will give the ball straight up the middle, and we have another big play. Magilton, Kenny Magilton, I believe, on the stop. And Kramer.
Yeah, looked like also Dalrymple right there, and Kramer. hard to see from our vantage point.
But that's
I know
a big
somebody
play.
stepped through right there, made the hit in the backfield, a 2-yard loss. Newark Catholic will now go 3 downs and out, and Woodsfield should get the ball back about midfield again.
Jones will kick it, standing on his own about 5-yard line, 6-yard line. Chris Lynn and Dustin Robinson staying on the 50-yard line. Ball hitting on the 44, and it's going to go out of bounds just in our territory, just short of the 50-yard line, and they're going to mark it right at the 50. Well, we'll have 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and a 3-0 ball game in favor of Woodsfield.
I'll tell you, Dale, for people who are watching this game and were not here to see the game in person, I think you can really appreciate the effect that the wind has by the last 2 punts right there by Newark Catholic, and of course the field goal by Dalrymple. The wind is definitely affecting the ball up in the air.
So we have a wing right as ball goes to Shoemaker. Shoemaker behind the block, and he's up to the 42-yard line. He had some blockers in front of him. Looked like he either slipped or tripped over a foot, but a nice pickup, picking up 7. Well, that mark at 8 looks like 2nd and 2.
Some good yardage right there on 1st down. I think you're seeing something happening right now that happened in the 4th quarter last week against Marion Pleasant. Once something good happens to the offense, now that offensive line is starting to operate with a little bit of confidence and saying, hey, we can block these people.
They need to shoot off the ball here, and they're doing a good job. Shoemaker again with it, and he's going to have 1st down, I believe. 1st down plus. Shoemaker doing a great job getting across 38-yard line, 39-yard line for a 1st down.
Well, about 3.5 minutes left before halftime. Redskins trying to put a little bit of drive together here. 3 timeouts left right here. A score before halftime would be super.
Be great.
But let's just take it a few yards at a time.
Slot to the right, wing formation. Faking, looking down. He's going to drop it off underneath here to, I believe,
that's number 82,
okay.
Scott Wilson.
Scott Wilson on the reception, a pickup of 6, I believe.
That's a nice job right there by Ricky Russell there. He looked deep to Dustin Robinson. Dustin was covered, and he was able to find Scott Wilson on a little bit of a shorter pattern right there.
Check off to the lower man, yes.
About a 6-yard pickup, 5-6 yards right there, and positive yardage again on 1st down.
And getting Scott Wilson involved in the offense. So Scott has good hands, a young man, a sophomore. Quarterback sneak, and he picks up down inside the 30-yard line, about the 28, 29-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Rick came up to the line, whether that was a called play from the coaches or whether he did that on his own. He saw a gap there, and usually the quarterback in the center has some kind of a signal right there for a sneak, and Rick was able to pick up about 4 yards right there, so you're 3rd and a yard at the 30.
Shoemaker will have 1st down plus yardage up to the 26-yard line as he takes a couple good hits and stays on his feet.
He was really driving it in on that one, wasn't he, Dale?
That was a good play by Luke Shoemaker, and we have 1st down.
The defense is starting to really see how hard the sophomore is to tackle right there. Luke's just running over people.
He doesn't go down easily. Chris Lynn will be slot to this side, and Luke Shoemaker and Dustin in the backfield. Omkar the other way around. Looking down, Larry Nelson, and knocked away at the last second. Can't see the number. Number 22, Rob Calvert, 6 foot, 170 pounds, a senior, and knocked that away just the last second. Looked like Larry was wide open, Coach.
Yeah, Larry's behind the man there, and looked like the ball was kind of hung up in the air a little bit there. Larry, when he got up there, kind of looked at the official like he was expecting an interference call, but did not get a flag.
No call as the ball is laying on the field down there, and we'll have it 2nd and 10. Again, Ricky Russell, just 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. fact, in the half. Ricky tucks it in, and he stopped. Number 52 on the stop, Sam Barb, 6'2", 210. He's a junior as he makes the stop behind the line of scrimmage, so a loss on the play. 3rd and long 11.
Rick looked around there and couldn't find the receiver that he wanted to. Tried to get up in there, thought he saw an opening up in the middle and stepped away from one tackler, but just was not able to get anything there and going to lose a couple of yards.
So it is 3rd and long, 3rd and 11, a minute 20, and they have the shift on.
They're going to shift into a trips formation, 3 wide receivers and the tight end. That's going to be 4 receivers over on that side.
Passing the ball to Shoemaker. Shoemaker
live
picks it up.
ball.
That's live, and he's going to be down.
Yeah, well, I think we got a whistle there, Dale. I think we got a whistle. Somebody is blowing a whistle right there. And I'll tell you what, Coach Acosta is very unhappy right there.
Was that not a lateral, Coach?
Well, from here it's really hard to tell for sure whether it was a lateral or not. Shoemaker, give him credit for picking the ball up there and trying to make something happen. But I'll tell you what I believe has the coaching staff very unhappy right there, as the whistle that killed the play came from an official off the play. It was not one of the officials that had a good look at it, and really should not have been his call.
Yeah, and you can see Coach Acosta really livid. But we do have timeout on the field with 1:06, and we'll sort this out and be right back.
For the kid on your Christmas list, or just for the kid at heart, see Snoopy's Card Shop. Sports cards, racing cards, comic book supplies. Save big on sports and racing packs, just $18 or 2 for $35. A 6-month club membership is only $6, and benefits include a free Beckett sports card of your choice. Beckett cards, member price $2, regular $2.50. Special prices on boxes of cards and half price on all cases of cards. And a monthly membership drawing for prizes. We buy, sell, and trade. Owner Charlie Brown, open 3 to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, 12 to 6 Saturday. Bellwood Drugs is your locally owned full-service discount price drugstore. Call 472-0417 for 24-hour emergency service. We'll be here for you. Delivery and mail-out services are available. We stock wheelchairs, hospital beds, canes, crutches, and other accessories. Retirees ask Joe or Tom about our hassle-free Aetna prescription service. As a leader chain store, we bring you bargain prices on an assortment of products every month. Don't forget to bring us your photo finishing with 24-hour service. Bellwood Drugs, people you know and people you can trust with your health.
So with time back in, Scott Wilson will get the ball on the 40-yard line, angling to this corner. Oh, my land, what a...
I'll tell you, as I mentioned a while ago, a game of inches. That ball right there, about 6 inches farther than it needed to, it would have been down inside the 1 foot line right there.
It just kind of hung right there on the edge. If somebody could have got back quick enough, it was a low line drive kind of kick. And but it's going to give the Green Wave the ball with just under a minute on their 20-yard line. Minute remaining in the half.
I think a lot of people wonder why punt in that situation when the net was only a 7-yard gain. But right there, I think just to get the play off, take up some time with the punt, and put Newark Catholic in a little bit of a hole.
Quarterback Green in a lot of trouble. Kramer, and he's going to have him down at the 2-yard line. And we'll probably see a quick timeout here. A tremendous job by Jeremy Kramer.
Jeremy Kramer had a hold of the jersey, had the man pretty well stopped there, and then he got some help. I believe it might have been Luke Shoemaker there. Woodsfield going to spend a timeout right there. They'll have one more left. Try to make a play to get a safety or maybe force a punt out of the end zone.
Well, that's a tremendous play for the Woodsfield Redskins. There is 39 seconds, and with timeout, we'll take one, and we'll be right back.
Don't let snow and cold weather keep you from feeling your best. Enjoy good health and extra energy by joining the Swiss Ohio Racket Club. Play basketball on Mondays. Learn karate for fun or self-defense. Shape up with Kalinetics Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, or trim down with aerobics Sunday through Thursday nights. For a small fee, non-members may participate in these activities too. But that's not all. The Racket Club also offers Nautilus and other exercise equipment, volleyball, a tanning bed, and babysitting services. Put a Swiss Ohio Racket Club membership on your Christmas list. Call 472-1077.
After the timeout, with the Green Wave back in a deep hole, they placed the ball down on the 4-yard line, inside the 4-yard line, where they're going to have second and long, 2nd and 26. We need a big defensive stand here. Ball straight up the middle. McCarthy, I believe, on the...
Yeah, Newark Catholic here just hoping to get the ball out of the hole, use up the time, and as far as they're concerned, they want to get out of here trailing only 3-0 at halftime,
yes,
so they can regroup.
Exactly. So the first half, 20 seconds remaining.
The official just now put the ball ready for play. With 20 seconds left, there'll not be another play here. If Newark Catholic plays it smart, there'll not be another play here.
10 seconds. Green looking it over, and I believe he just kind of let it die down here.
Their coaches yelled out there and signaled for him not to run a play right there, and just go in at halftime and try to regroup.
You can hear the crowd as it's a 3-0 ball game in favor of the Woodsfield Redskins, and just like we expected, the first half has been a defensive stance by both teams.
We got George Kellis down there from Channel 7 going along the sideways, going Redskins #1, so we've got fans.
Attaboy, George. Glad to have him on our side. We'll take a break and come right back with the Woodsfield High School Marching Band.
We Taught School is more than just daycare for preschoolers. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 6 p.m., they have preschool classes and daycare starting at age 18 months to 12 years old. Your children may attend We Taught School full-time, part-time, or drop-in, just in time for Christmas shopping without the kids, or just because you need some quiet time. The staff credentials include educational degrees, EMT training, and business and child care experience. You'll be delighted with the We Taught facility, too. Bright colors, lots of activities, and a loving staff, but most of all, the kids love it. Call 472-5544. Mitch and Sharon Fetzer of Fetzer's Carpet are proud to support the undefeated Woodsfield Redskins football team and the award-winning Woodsfield High School Marching Band. Candy's eaten quickly and clothes go out of style, so this holiday season, give a gift that will last with carpet and floor covering from Fetzer's Carpet. Choose from Mannington and other brand names you can trust. Fetzer's now specialize in ceramic tiles for floors, walls, and countertops, and they carry in-stock wall coverings. Your family will love a gift certificate from Fetzer's Carpet, a square deal with every square yard.
Good.
Bobby is. Where's Bobby? Let me come with you guys.
Yeah, I wish you could do it.
They should put there in the center and come with the gardens and heck with the rest of the Bobby be falling out. That one's got one last year, which is on there. He was playing on Friday. He's playing right there. That might be why he's up there. Got to wait a little bit. That line down there is going to be.
Paul Ring, owner of Ring's Barbershop, believes that the young people of Monroe County are our future. He's proud to support the spirit of excellence that has developed over the years in this Redskin team. Paul has been in our school system for over 30 years and thus understands and appreciates the hard work, sacrifice, and dedication of the players and coaches at Woodsfield High School. Paul would like to take this opportunity to wish the Redskins another successful state playoff season in 1993. Good luck, Redskins, from Ring's Barbershop.
It's that time of year again. Time to fix up that old wood-cutting equipment. Patton Small Engine Service can service that old chainsaw or fix you up with a new Poland Pro chainsaw. The Pro 255 and 285 series are now on sale for only $229.95 and $279.95. Sandy can also fix up your old chainsaw to make it run like a new one. Sandy has served our community with quality products and reliable service since 1986. Open Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Patton Small Engine Service.
Pastor Phil Zayer of Faith Family Fellowship Woodsfield has a special invitation for you. Tina Lorraine, known area-wide as a country performer, will bless you with your favorite gospel music at 7 p.m. Sunday, November 21st. No offering will be taken at this service. You are also invited to share at our regular worship services, Sunday School 9 a.m., Worship 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Sundays, and Wednesday Bible Study 7 p.m. Faith Family Fellowship is located in the Swiss Lands Realty office 7 miles east of Woodsfield on State Route 78, the little country church with a heart.
Let Swiss Lands Realty help you find what you need in home, commercial property, or land. Free gas, country water, outbuildings, 2 rentals, a house, and a mobile home, along with an 8-room blue-modeled farmhouse, 5-bay garage with 2 offices and a bath, make this property a great buy on 172 acres located in Center Township. This one won't last long. On the corner of State Route 78 and Bondi Ridge, this 2-story house is on 70 acres with a barn and other outbuildings. Call Swiss Lands Realty at 472-0614.
We're back with second half, just ready to begin with just a little less than a minute to go. It's a 3-0 ball game and a tremendous first half defensive. If you enjoy defensive ball games, this is the one to be at, Coach. You've got a little bit of statistics here, impressive statistics.
I'll tell you what, when they announced the stats to the crowd here, the cheers that went up for on the Woodsfield side was just tremendous. I pick up my stats courtesy of Rich Gibson of the Martins Ferry Times Leader, and he tells me that in the first half, Newark Catholic had 0 first downs, had minus 12 yards rushing, 3 yards passing for a net of minus 9 yards, and they also had 1 turnover via the fumble. Woodsfield, on the other hand, had 4 first downs, 38 yards rushing, 12 yards passing for a net of 50 yards. 1 turnover, that an interception. No penalties for Woodsfield in the first half, so that's just tremendous. They're not making mistakes, and a 29-15 advantage for Woodsfield in the number of offensive plays.
Yeah, a tremendous first half effort on both sides. Defense is the name of this ball game. You know, Newark Catholic coming in with an 11-0 record with some impressive statistics themselves. Woodsfield, no slouch on defense. You know, there's a lot of unsung heroes, and I think the defense for Woodsfield, you know, starting with that nose guard position with Magilton, you know, Kenny just does a tremendous job. The tackles with Young and Dalrymple, exceptional. You know, big guys. You've got the ends with Kramer and Nelson. You know, they've been stepping up and doing a super job on the end positions.
Right, I think particularly last week and the first half this week, the job that Jeremy Kramer has been able to do at defensive end has been just tremendous.
Yeah, and then of course you got your linebackers. You know, a couple of the best linebackers in the Valley. You know, you've got Jonathan Calder, who's kind of an unsung hero on this team. You know, he does some tremendous hitting. He loves to hit. He's a kid. He just likes to get up there and get his nose into it. And Shoemaker at the other linebacker position. The corners with Kress and Robinson. And, you know, both of those guys doing a nice job keeping the containment, I guess is the word you want to say.
Right. I tell you, you know, there's a lot of excitement on the Woodsfield side of the field right now with the lead, obviously, you know, as there should be. But I think people must keep in mind that we're only halfway through this game, and I know the last 2 weeks, Newark Catholic has been a big second half team.
Yes.
Last week against Lancaster Fisher Catholic in the playoff game, Newark led 7-6 at halftime. So 2 touchdowns in the second half to take a 21-6 victory. And the week before when they defeated Columbus Academy 19-3. I believe the score of that game was 3-0 in favor of Columbus Academy at halftime.
Yeah.
So
They are
a long way from being out of the woods.
Yes, we are. Three points may not be enough in this ball game. Finishing out the defensive, we got the strong safety with Chris Lynn, and of course then Rick Russell, the safety. That's the defensive lineup for Woodsfield, and they've done the job tonight as they have all year long. In the second half, we're going to have Woodsfield kicking off. Dalrymple will kick it, and the Green Wave will be back standing on their own 15-yard line, and you'll have John Kemp, the deep man, the man we want to keep the ball away from. Joe, from a ladies' viewpoint, did you enjoy the first half?
It was pretty exciting, Dale. One thing that really amazed me was how many completed passes we did have with the conditions of the field. And
the field's not good.
I thought the boys have done a super job with the condition of the field and considering everything that's against them.
The field, the field conditions affect us when you're trying to catch the ball, when you're trying to turn and get good thrust off of your body when you're running. And so it does make a difference. And hopefully we can put them in a hole and get the ball back here early in this third quarter. Third quarter could be a very important time for both sides in this ball game. And the official says it's time to go. Dalrymple with a line drive kick landing on the 20, going back, picking up at the 10-yard line by John Kemp. Kemp straight up the middle to the 33-yard line. And he's stopped there by Eric Hamilton. I keep saying Kenny Hamilton. I coached a boy at Skyview called Kenny Hamilton, and I hope he's listening so he knows that I appreciate him.
He'll be glad to know that you're still remembering.
Yes, sir. But that's Eric, and Eric has done a great job.
I tell you, a decision was made by the Redskins probably at halftime. They may have had their mind made up there from the coaching standpoint to take the wind to their advantage in the third quarter, make Newark Catholic go into the wind.
Green gives the ball to the fullback, McCarthy, I believe. The Shoemaker looked like on the bottom of that pile along with Magilton.
Yeah, it looked like Magilton had contact there about the line of scrimmage and then had some help finishing the play.
Kenny Magilton just continues to step through the seams and pick off the running backs. John Kemp wide out to this side with a slot to the right. Green takes the snap and he drops, quick drop, gets it to the number 3, Rob Jones, the reception, I believe. No, that's not right. Calvert.
Third down now and about 3 yards to go. Once again, one of the few times tonight that Newark Catholic has been in a third and short situation.
Yeah, the pass out in the flat there to Calvert was the boy on the reception, Rob Calvert. And it's 3rd and 3. Big defensive play would be appreciated here. Giving the ball, and we get it.
That's Kenny Magilton once again, Dale. Shot through the gap there, made the hit in the backfield right there. Had some help from J.R. Young, it looked like there. No gain on the play, and another big defensive stand by the Redskins.
Makes it a 4th down, and they'll have to punt this away with the ball in their territory, so we're going to get the opportunity. Rob Jones will be standing back on his own 25-yard line, and we'll have Dustin Robinson and Chris Lynn down on the 25 for us. 9 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's a good kick, bouncing at the 25 and takes a Woodsfield bounce backwards, and it'll be down there.
About a 30-yard punt right there, but once again, punting into the wind. The wind just knocked that thing down, and a good decision right there by Woodsfield's return man not to try to catch that ball, let it roll, and it took a good Woodsfield bounce.
Justin Byers downing the ball. Woodsfield will have the ball on the 37, 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for their first possession of this second half. Wing right slot here in front of us will be Chris Lynn. Ball to Luke Shoemaker, and he's hit hard. And he picks up possibly 2 yards up to the 40-yard line.
And number 52, Sam Barb, right there. He's a 210-pound junior making the first hit in there. A good first half for Shoemaker right there. 42 yards for Luke, and a couple of big gains that put Woodsfield in a good position to get points on that field goal by Dalrymple.
Yes, exactly. We have an I formation in the backfield in motion. Chris Lynn. Ball given to Dustin Robinson. Dustin drops it, but I believe he fell on it, as he didn't have a clean handoff. And he was able, thank goodness, to drop on the ball, as Abel was right there on top of him. Ryan Abel, the All-State linebacker. But it makes it 3rd and long, 3rd and 11. Larry Nelson, wide out to the left. We got a full house backfield, wishbone formation.
Might see if Woodsfield comes back with the screen play here. It's been good to them a couple times so far.
Fakes to the up back, looking underneath. Oh! In traffic, but they are short. Believe like Robinson.
Yeah, Dustin Robinson on the play there gained about 5 yards right there. He's still about 4 to 5 yards short of the first down right
there. That was
there.
a rough reception.
I'll tell you what,
middle traffic.
He was in traffic right there and was lucky to hold on to the ball and get the yardage that he did. They'll give him probably close 7-8 yards on the play right there, but key yardage as far as field position.
John Kemp standing on his 30-yard line as Scott Wilson on to punt. Good snap. Low punt. And it's going to take a roll. And it'll go out of bounds. Looks like just on the Woodsfield side of the 15-yard line, 15, 16-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be a little over 40 yards on the net. I'll tell you, it wasn't very pretty coming off the foot.
No,
I'll tell you what, it was placed well, and the end result is very pretty.
So they'll have the ball with their backs against the wall again on the 16-yard line. Wilson has done the job tonight. The punts have not really looked all that great, but they've done the job.
Well,
and
I'll tell you what, the yardage isn't going to look real good because of the one he had earlier, which would be about a 25 or 26-yard punt that came within about a foot of rolling dead at the 1-yard line. That unfortunately went into the end zone.
Purcell out to the wide, and tremendous hit. Chris Lynn to slow him up.
Chris Lynn made a good hit right there and didn't wrap up and finish off the play, but it slowed the ball carrier down.
It sure did.
And he had a lot of friends that filled up the pursuit right there and made the play. Shoemaker and Nelson, and a couple others also in there.
Magilton also on the stop. But Chris Lynn did a tremendous job. He came up and put a pop on the young man and slowed him up just as he was trying to turn the corner. Purcell wide out to this side. John Kemp far out to the opposite side. As Green will take the handoff, and he gives it to, I think that's McCarthy. I can't read the number. He's now that's Abel, the ball carrier.
Number 45, Abel getting the carry. Really hard to tell for sure. In the middle there, very likely Magilton or one of the tackles made the first contact there, but then I think Nelson came up to help finish the play.
Another big defensive job as they lose a yard on that. It's going to be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 with just 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Purcell and Kemp again wide out to either side as Green, number 12, the quarterback, looks it over. And he'll take this snap. Deep drop. He's looking. And he does. John Kemp is wide open on the 37-yard line, standing there on the sideline. That was a big play for Newark Catholic.
Yeah, Dale, 5 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Newark Catholic gets their initial first down of the night. And 2.5 quarters of football for this type of team and no first downs is just amazing. Tremendous tribute. Yep. But Woodsfield now has to pull up the bootstraps right here and make the plays now. They can't let Newark Catholic get going.
High formation, wide outs on either side, Green. And he gives it again to McCarthy, I believe. And he's going to be stopped after a gain of, looks like 4.
Looks like Dalrymple on the stop right there. again, about 4 yards, 3 to 4 yards on first down right there. The first time tonight that Newark Catholic has put together any kind of succession of plays.
So they've got something going here with 2nd and 6, 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter, as they'll break huddle and bring it to the line of scrimmage. Mike Musselman coming to this side. Kemp on the far side. Abel and McCarthy trying to drop it over the middle, and it was tipped.
Little pump fake right there by the quarterback, Green, there. And then when he did deliver, it looked like probably Russell, I believe. He had a handle and tipped it up in the air. A couple Woodsfield guys, made an effort to get the ball. It looked like maybe Joe Kress was the closest, but just had no chance to make the interception.
Chance to jump on it.
But
Musselman was the intended receiver, a big kid, 6'2", 170 pounds, just couldn't get to the ball.
A nice play though by Rick to deflect the ball, and the result being incomplete. Big third down play.
But wideouts again to both sides, and we may look for them again, try to go to the air as
a draw
play, and he's going to be down.
That looks like probably J.R. Young.
It is.
71, J.R. Young right there. I tell you, J.R. has showed some tremendous improvement during the course of the season, and being a junior, he'll be back for another year. I tell you, fine job over the last few weeks, and on that play in particular by J.R. Young.
Big defensive play makes it 4th and 7, so Jones will stand back on his own 28-yard line. Dustin Robinson and Chris Lynn standing back inside the 30, and we'll get another chance with the ball. Good pressure. Short kick landing on the 38-yard line and dying there in the mud.
Yeah, not much roll in that area right there. A little bit of a bobble, the snap right there by the punter Jones, and looked like somebody there for the Redskins got through there and put a little pressure on right there. A block punt right there would have been great.
Would have been a great thing. We had a couple real aggressive Redskins coming through trying to get to the kicker. We'll break huddle. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. 1st and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. Wing to the left. Counter play, Shoemaker, and he's met head on. He's going to maybe pick up a yard. Tony DeVito on the stop, 5'8", 150-pound junior, as he meets Luke on that counter play head on. And he picks up a long one. Going to make it 2nd and 8. Again, slot to this side. Newark Catholic all up close looking for the run. And we have a fake looking to pass. And it is going to be picked off. Jones, I believe, on the Kelly. Tom Kelly. That's number 7.
Tom Kelly made the play right there.
Kelly is 6'2", 175 pound, a junior. As he stepped in front, ball was bobbled up in the air, and he came down with it, and there was no one between he and the end zone.
Right. Kelly came out and made the play right there. It looked like the ball was going to be bobbled and maybe fall to the ground right there, but he kept his concentration. The ball just kind of stayed right there, and once he had possession of it, there was no chance that anybody was going to catch him. Again, Rick tried to check off of his deep receiver and go to the short receiver right there. Just a fine play by the defensive back, Kelly.
So at 2 minutes and 40 seconds, the Catholic pops on top 6-3, and Jones is on, but we've got a bobbled snap. And he gets in for 2-pointer.
A low snap right there. That was not a design to fake or anything right there. Just a low snap and get outside and see what he could get. And a fine effort to get to the end zone. And 8-3 ball game.
So it's an 8-3 ball game with 2 minutes and 40 seconds in the third quarter.
It's time to stop by Woodsfield Savings and Loan. We offer a variety of rates and terms to suit your home mortgage needs. Our low rates make owning your own home affordable, and the Woodsfield Savings and Loan is an equal housing lender. Open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday 9 to 3, Thursday and Saturday 9 to 12, and Friday 9 to 6. We pride ourselves in serving you quickly and efficiently. When it's time for a home mortgage or financial service, call us at Woodsfield Savings and Loan Company.
So it's an 8-3 ball game in favor of the Green Wave after, I didn't even see the number. Oh yeah, Tom Kelly. Kelly, that's a name that we certainly remember from 1991.
Right. Mentioned earlier, that's the brother of Rob Kelly that was a standout defensive safety and running back for the Green Wave a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And he was in the right place at the right time there. Give him about 35 yards probably on that return for a touchdown.
And he is a sophomore, I believe, if I run it correctly. And so it is an all-do ball game, but we've got plenty of time. It's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in this third quarter. 8-3 as Jones will kick the ball, standing deep. Of course, we have Dustin Robinson. It's kind of a strange kick as it goes straight down to the 10-yard line. 9. Chris Lynn brings it back, and he's going to get back to the 22-yard line, possibly. Kind of a bobbled play. Went through the hands of Chris Lynn. He picked it back up and recovered the ball to the 22-yard line. Stopped by Kelly, number 7. We're going to have the ball on the 1st and 10, 22-yard line.
It's definitely the poorest field position Woodsfield has had for quite a while here. They played the second quarter almost entirely in Newark Catholic territory. Key now, Woodsfield needs to put some plays together, get the confidence back that they lost with that interception return for a touchdown.
So we have a slot to the right. Ricky taking the ball. Shoemaker is going to get it, and he's going to be met head on as he will not go down. It takes 4 or 5 Newark Catholic boys finally getting him down, and he possibly, I believe maybe they're going to even mark a loss. It's a loss of 2.
Yeah, it looked like number 25 Byers and number 52 Barb on the play right there. Little fake toss to the left there and give it back to Shoemaker, and not much running room at all.
Kenny Magilton checking in with the play. We have an I formation with wideouts on both sides. Larry Nelson. Man straight up to Shoemaker. Shoemaker's got some room, and he's across the 32-yard line. Close to first down territory.
Yeah, it looks like he'll have the first down on that play right there.
Nice design play.
Right.
Everybody looking to the wideouts on either side.
A little bit of a trap play right there. Couldn't see who the guard is on the left side on that play right there.
Everybody looking somewhere else, and it was just kind of a quick hitter.
Yeah, he got a good
middle.
trap block right there. On the defensive guy, gave Luke a little hole there, and he did the rest.
Wishbone formation, and we had some motion, I believe.
Right, we got a flag down right
Looked
there.
like we had the left side of the line may have jumped. So
Yeah.
this is going to set us back.
Yeah, Woodsfield ran a similar play to that during the second quarter right there, where Russell came up and they went on first sound for the quick quarterback sneak. The problem right there was that some of the line on the left side for Woodsfield was not set. So the gain comes back, 5-yard penalty, so it's going to be 1st and 15.
So it'll be 1st and 15 after we lose 5 on that. It's going to be on the 27-yard line.
And I tell you, Dale, I believe that was the first penalty on Woodsfield so far tonight.
I believe you're right. I believe you're right. I formation, wideouts to both sides. See if they come back with the same play. Quick hitter to Shoemaker. Ricky will check off and look. Tossing the ball to Dustin. Dustin's got a screen, and he's going to be maybe 5. He's back to almost the original line of scrimmage.
They ran a sweep right there to the short side of the field, or the sideline. Even though they were on the hash mark there, trying to get over here where there's a little bit of grass to try to improve the footing, because the area where they are right now, the footing between the hashes is not very good.
Not real good. Justin Byers on the stop, 6 foot, 170 pound, a senior. Larry Nelson, wide out to the far side. Full house backfield. Shoemaker, Lynn, and Robinson. Russell keeps it, looking. Larry Nelson, but we have flags. What is
Everybody
this?
stop. We've got a whistle somewhere there. I'm not sure what the call is going to be right here.
I don't see a flag anywhere, but there's some kind of problem.
I'll tell you what, if the officials right here say that they did not get the play off at the end of the third quarter, that's a terrible call because I was watching the clock right there and they did get it off. I don't believe that's going to be the call there. I'm not real sure.
So they call the quarter ended before the snap?
No, right there. I know Coach Acosta has not gotten an explanation right there that suits him right there. So whatever it is, Woodsfield's going to get one more play right here, but that's just a crucial play right there because the ball was laid out there. Larry was going to the end zone for a touchdown.
Yes,
It was a definite touchdown.
It looked so good, and I was watching Larry Nelson as he received the ball. Ricky will try it again here with no time on the clock.
And we come back and run a play. Now we have a sack, and I'll tell you what, that's about an 80-yard difference right there in those two plays.
Unbelievable. Now they're discussing this in the middle of the field. This must be the end of the third quarter. No time on the clock. It is an 8-3 ball game in favor of the Green Wave, and you can hear the crowd on Woodsfield side not real happy with the referees and the umpire at this point. We'll be right back with the last 12 minutes of action, so you hurry back.
Would you like a little less hassle in your life? Yes? Well, next time you or someone in your family need a haircut, go to Nick's Barbershop, now located at the edge of town on Oaklawn Avenue. Lots of parking space and no meters means no tickets. In a hurry? No appointment is necessary at Nick's, open Monday through Wednesday, 8:30 to 5, Thursday till noon, Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday till 3. Paul Mitchell Hair Products, too. And call Nick today for your automotive repairs or snow removal at 472-1053. When you're rushed to get to the ball game or just going out of town, call Pizza Shack in Powhatan at 795-5900, and we'll have your order ready when you get there. Choose pizza, subs, sandwiches, or salads. Try our original breadsticks served with our own special sauce and cheese, and you'll understand why they're an absolute favorite. If you're in the mood for a spaghetti, lasagna, or chicken dinner, stop in at our St. Mary's shop. The pizza business is our family's livelihood, and we strive to serve a quality product to our customers. Call Pizza Shack today.
Third quarter is going to begin here on a very unusual note. It's 3rd and 12, and Woodsfield's in a hole because of, well, I land, not 3rd and 12, we're 3rd and 22. Russell, he's going to be dropped at the 22-yard line.
As Woodsfield gets ready to punt the ball away right here, and again, I really have no explanation for the sequence of events right there at the end of the third quarter. I'm just really not sure. I know Coach Acosta had a discussion with the officials. There are 20 games being played around the state of Ohio tonight and tomorrow and the playoffs, so theoretically this is one of the 20 best officiating crews in the state of Ohio, and at least twice tonight there's been controversy, a couple inadvertent whistles, and that should not happen with a quality officiating crew in a big game like this.
Exactly. Big rush. John Kemp, the man with the ball at the 40-yard line down to the 38-yard line. Eric Hamilton.
Woodsfield defense has to dig in now and make a play. They have to put all this behind them and make a couple of big plays right here. They can't give up. We still have 11 minutes left in the game.
Well, last week it was 6 minutes to go when they really kicked it in. So
when they got moving. So that's what we're ready for, right, Joe?
That's right.
Call the play. I depend on you to call the play to get us to the
Well, we need some
interception.
That's right. Quick.
Green will take the snap, tossing the ball back to McCarthy. And he's got a good block, and he's going to be up first down plus inside the 30-yard line. And it's going to be close to the first down, depending on where they mark it here. McCarthy, the ball carrier, and he had good blocking.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a measurement.
Yeah, we'll get a measurement here. It's very close. So the officials time out here where they measure for a first down. 10 minutes and 29 seconds, 8-3. And the green wave is marching. It is short. Oh, they're going to call it the
first down. They say first down. I tell you, they took a long look at it right there. You could see on the screen. It looked like the official got down there and took a real long look at it. And, that just had to be by a fraction of an inch.
So they will have a 1st and 10 ball on the inside of the 30-yard line. And the Green Wave are marching. Need a big defensive stance here by our Redskins. They've done it all year long. We've learned to depend on it. Let's see if they can come up with it here. They toss the ball out. He's got some blockers. McCarthy with it. And he makes possibly a couple yards. Good pursuit by the offense, or the defensive line. Chris Lynn, Shoemaker. Lots of black jerseys around the ball carrier as he picks up short 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A real fine job there by the Redskin defense, stringing that play out. And the time to get out to the outside where there might have been a little bit of footing right there. There's a lot of traffic out there. But Chris Lynn, Luke Shoemaker both involved in that play.
High formation, slot eye. Little counter plays. 27, the ball carrier, I believe. 28, Mike Musselman. 22, Rob Calvert.
That's Calvert there. Had him at wing position on the left. Ran a little counter with an inside handoff there. Shoemaker was not fooled at all. Made the play right there. Looks like probably a loss of a yard.
So it'll be 3rd and long. Ball laying on the 29-yard line. But then Twins to the left. 6 minutes, 42 seconds. Green dropping, looking. He's in a lot of trouble. He's going to tuck it in. He's coming up the middle. And he's down to the 22-yard line, 20-yard line. Shoemaker on the stop.
And that's going to set up an interesting scenario right here for Newark Catholic. It's short of the first down. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 3. They tell us good things about the range that Newark Catholic's kicker has, but I would say that they'll line it up right here on 4th down and go for it.
Rob Jones, number 3, is their kicker, and we'll see what they decide.
They're going to go for it. There's a little late getting the play in from the sideline. We'll see if they're able to get the play off right here.
We are expecting a pass and an interception on that one, Dale.
We need a big stance here. We need to get the ball back with 7 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the ball game. 8-3, high formation, Green. And they're going to have
a whistle, and they did not get the play off right there.
Looks like time.
It was a delay penalty.
That'll whole different scenario. As they'll back it up 5 more, and now we'll see what they decide. Looks like they've got
some personnel change here, and looks like that could be they got the tee on right now. We're going to get a field goal right here. Kind of if they were going to go for a field goal, you thought they would have tried it when they were 5 yards closer. This will be about 44, 45 yards with the wind behind him. And very possible right here. A fake could be in the order right here.
So everybody going to be up. I'm sure they're going to rush. It's kind of low, and it's short and off to the left.
Well,
he's not going to.
The fire that we need for our kids.
Right hopefully this will be the incentive that they needed. He didn't get the bounce that Dalrymple got.
No, he sure didn't.
Because it was way off toward the left. But he didn't have a good place to kick from. That's one of the worst spots in the field.
Yeah, he was right in the middle of a very wet spot, and very tough to plant your foot and get much power into the ball.
And the snap was not good. You have to give him credit. The snap was low, and it took a good while to get it on the tee. So giving him credit. But it will be 1st and 10, 7 minutes, 42 seconds. Ball on the 20-yard line. Chris Lynn, Larry Nelson with an I formation in the backfield. Russell. Quick handoff. Luke Shoemaker. Luke's got a block. He makes it to the outside. He's at the 30, 35. And he's taken down. 45, Abel on the stop.
I was just about to make a point there, Dale. On that play there, it looked like Newark Catholic cheated their defensive backs to the outside with double coverage against both of Woodsfield's wide receivers. That didn't leave very many people in the middle of the field. And once Luke broke through the line, he had some running room. He tried to bounce it outside and picks up about 26 yards. About 16 yards right there out to the 36-yard line.
He made a real nice move on a single man out in the flat who had a shot at him, sidestepping him. Ball goes to Dustin Robinson. Dustin's still on his feet, and he's up past the 40, 41-yard line.
We've got a flag coming from off the play right there.
That's got to be...
I don't know if you could see that on the screen or not, but there was some extracurriculars right there between a defensive player from Newark Catholic and a Redskin. The head referee right there came from off the play and called him for a forearm, it looked like, up against Woodsfield player. That's going to be 15 yards. Take it out to midfield.
So that's going to should bring it up toward midfield. And they'll step this one off. We could use some good breaks here.
That's right. If you remember last week at 7:04, we were down, 17 to 10 or 17 to 7 with this much time on the clock. So I hope these kids can remember what happened last week, and they got plenty of time, Bill.
Strap it up and let's go. Go get them. So it's under 7 minutes, and we have looks like they placed the ball on the Newark Catholic side of the field.
Yeah, that
44-yard line.
Penalty was about 5 yards beyond where the tackle was, so that's 15 yards from the spot of the foul, so 45-yard line.
Shoemaker again. Shoemaker with that same play, and he picks up good yardage again as he's hit hard at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 5. That same play to Luke Shoemaker. And like last week, you run it till they stop you. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 40. And you can hear the crowd. They were silenced for a little while, but they're back into it now. Wishbone formation. Larry Nelson, the wide out to this side. Robinson, he's led in the backfield. Ryan Abel.
Yeah, that's number 45, Abel. We've talked about different times tonight. Shot a gap right there on a linebacker blitz. Nobody picked him up right there. Made the hit in the backfield. Good effort there by Dustin just to get back to where he was able to.
Yeah, it's a lot of credit to Dustin. You know, you got an all-stater, a kid like the Abel on your leg and able to step away and pick up yardage.
We're now at about a 3rd and about 7 yardage situation right here. Woodsfield has 2 downs here to get to 7 yards.
Quick drop straight over the middle. Just a little behind the receiver, Scott Wilson, on that slant pattern. They faked to Luke Shoemaker again, where we picked up several times and tried to hit the slant man and unable to. Ball thrown just slightly behind.
Yeah, it looks like Woodsfield's going to go ahead and punt the ball away right here and let the defense try to get the ball back for him right there and play a little field position with 5:25 left in the game.
John Kemp will be back on the 20-yard line. And I'm sure Scott will kick this away from him at all possible. Oh, kind of shanked it straight up in the air. And it's going to be on the 33-yard line where it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that's going net about 10 yards on the punt right there. Looked like the ball out on the end of the foot right there. Not exactly what Woodsfield had in mind when they decided to punt the ball right there.
So the Green Wave's going to get it in good field position compared to what we were hoping for, because the ball is on the 33-yard line. And they're going to have to take a timeout. There's a lot of indecision.
Mike Stoffel, owner of Pat's Gift Shop, invites you to stop by and see his 8 rooms packed full of unique gifts, fine collectibles, and home accessories in Woodsfield, and now at his second location on 2nd Street in Moundsville. Convenient Christmas layaways, charge cards, and gift wrapping are available. He has unique gifts and home accessories for every room in your house: living room, kitchen, dining, bedroom, and bath. Browse through his children's room, bridal room, and Christmas room with hundreds of gifts and decorating ideas. It's Pat's Gift Shop for Christmas. In the 1990s, it's nice to know there's still someone who makes decisions according to people and not money. At Loveday Motor Sales, customer satisfaction is number one. Our factory-trained technicians use the latest high-tech tools, equipment, and genuine GM parts. Your neighbors are working here in sales and service. People you know, people you can trust. Whether it's a new or used car you're shopping for or parts and service, you can come to Loveday Motor Sales with confidence. Congratulations, Redskins! Most of us don't spend a lot of time thinking about septic service until we really need it. Sparky Septic Service is there when you need them with liquid waste removal, septic tank cleaning, or portable toilets. Sparky serves Eastern Ohio and the Northern Panhandle. When you need portable toilets for special events, call them at 472-0525. Remember their motto, in our business, a flush beats a full house. Sparky congratulates the Woodsfield Redskins on a perfect season and best wishes in the playoffs. Save 20% now on fall and winter coats at the Economy Store. And with a 50% sales rack, there's a gift to fit every pocketbook, plus gloves, hats, nightshirts, robes, and slippers to keep you warm. Accessories including purses, pins, necklaces, earrings, hosiery, and belts. Dress up with coordinating jackets, pants, skirts, or dresses. Relax in sweatshirts, sweaters, stretch pants, or jeans. Don't forget baby clothes and clothes for little boys and girls. And for the home, tablecloths, sheets, and towels. Drop in weekly to see the latest arrivals and specials at the Economy Store, your Christmas store for ladies of all ages. You don't have to be in a deep freeze this winter if you replace your old radiator with a new one from Hilltop Auto. Radiator problems can make your car's heater give you the cold shoulder, and cold hands, and cold feet. Let Hilltop Auto put the heat on with one of our full line of new radiators. Located 1.5 miles east of Woodsfield on State Route 78. Hilltop Auto repairs cars and trucks. We sell new and used parts, too. Call JR today at 472-5140 or 934-2094. And I have lots of curtains and accessories in stock at 25 to 50% savings. Like Nancy's Gardens, now $48, and matching valance, now $15. Free fabric swatches are at Eggers, or call me, Joe Palm, at 472-5357. Caroline Country Ruffles, the custom look without the custom price.
Newark Catholic, 1st and 10. Ball to the, and nice defensive. I think that was Shoemaker and Kramer. And Abel was the ball carrier, the fullback.
Very important right here that the Redskins go 3 plays and out defensively right here and get the ball back with as much time left as they can. If Newark Catholic's able to get 1 first down, it's going to force Woodsfield to use their timeouts and really put their backs against the wall.
4 minutes and 45 seconds. 2nd and 8. Abel with the ball, and he picks up net yardage of possibly 1.
Very, very conservative play call right here by Newark Catholic. They're looking to work on the clock right here and hope to punt it away with their kicker Jones right here and put Woodsfield in a bad position as far as starting a possible game-winning drive.
So Green, number 12, their quarterback, will bring them from huddle and send 2 wideouts on either side. Purcell, the wideout to this side, dead in front of us. He's dropping, deep drop. He's in a lot of trouble, and Dalrymple drops him for a loss on the 23-yard line.
Woodsfield will try to get a timeout right here, looks like maybe. Now, No, I guess not right here. But a good play right there by Dalrymple as far as that. We'll see what Woodsfield does right here as far as returning the punt, or if they may try to go for a block.
Dalrymple showing some speed as he got the quarterback for a deep loss. Jones going to be standing on his own 10-yard line. 3 minutes, 25 seconds.
Redskins going to try to set up for a block right here. Line of scrimmage about the 24-yard line.
Oh, a long
super kick.
Land. Ball at the 43-yard line. It's going to go out inside the 40, about the, well, they're going to put it right at the 40-yard line.
About a 35-yard punter in that area right there. Really fortunate break for Woodsfield. When the ball hit the ground, it took kind of a side hop and went out of bounds instead of rolling one down the field.
I thought we were looking back at the 25, 30-yard line. Or
so 60 yards to go, 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Since the ball went out of bounds, the clock won't start until the snap. And I believe Woodsfield, has all 3 timeouts remaining.
I believe they're kind of in a situation where they kind of control their own destiny here. Same I formation as we've seen with wideouts on both sides. Shoemaker and Wabison in the backfield. Ricky Russell on a quarterback sneak. He's going to pick up possibly a couple. Probably at the 42-yard line. It's going to make it 2nd and 8.
You get a couple times earlier tonight that play had worked for yardage right there. A couple yards right there. Could bring up a 2nd and 8 situation right here for the Redskins.
Wishbone, Larry Nelson, wide to this side as Rick Russell looks. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. And he'll take the snap, faking a drop. He's got Larry Nelson. Larry's
intercepted.
Interception
right there. Number 20 right Kemp. There. That's Kemp. We talked about him earlier as being the key receiver offensively for the Green Wave. Really nice play right there. Larry was open. The ball was delivered. Young man just came out and made a nice play.
Yeah, he certainly did. A big turnover here for Woodsfield. The Green Wave came up with another big play. But you can't say that they have been impressive. I mean, defensively, both sides have been impressive, but we've been in this ball game all the way along, and we've got 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. We need to come up with something big here. I formation as Green take the snap, and it goes to the deep back, and Jones, number 3, the ball carrier, he'll pick up possibly a 1. Calder and J.R. Young.
We're going to use a timeout right here.
Timeout here. So we'll take a timeout with 1:59 remaining in the ball game.
Santa Claus is coming to town soon, and the odds and ends shop is open just in time. Whether you need extra cash for Christmas, and who doesn't, or you're looking for something new or used, stop in at the odds and ends shop located on East Church Street between Knowlton's and Covert's Antiques. They buy and sell bikes, toys, TVs, washers, dryers, refrigerators, stoves, furniture, jewelry, antiques, and collectibles. Looking for something in particular? Call 472-0785 and leave a message. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5. Remember, Santa is coming to town, and he's stopping at the odds and ends shop. Convert your inefficient fireplace by installing a wood fireplace insert or an energy-efficient gas insert. If you don't have a fireplace but like the atmosphere it creates, consider the vent-free gas fireplace with ventless gas logs. Tame those wild heating bills this winter with a freestanding wood stove from D&L Sales. Before winter catches you off guard, come to the Alternative Energy Shop. Wood and coal stoves, furnaces, fireplace inserts and accessories, gas stoves, and gas inserts. 934-2561.
Time back in with 1:59. 2nd and 10 for the Green Wave. Ball on the 45-yard line. Hand off. And he'll pick up a short 2. Jones, the ball carrier, number 3.
Woodsfield will spend another timeout.
He's going to be up inside the, looks like the 48-yard line. And again, Woodsfield taking another timeout.
Things tend to get a little hectic this time of year. Why not pamper yourself at Kathy's Hair Fashions? Save $5 now through November 30th on any hair color pulled through a cap. But Kathy's has more than creative color, shampoos, cuts, and perms, 2 tanning beds, and professional products including Nexus and Redken. Now through December 31st, eyebrow arch or facial hair removal is only $5 per session. Call 472-5350 for details on our wax system. This holiday season, pamper yourself or pamper a loved one with a gift certificate at Kathy's Hair Fashions.
Minute 52, 3rd and 8. Wide out to both sides, green T formation. Gives it to the Jones, the fullback, and he picks up possibly 5. He's going to be short of the first down. Going to make it 4th and 4. So we're going to have timeout again, and I believe, Coach, that's the last timeout for the Redskins.
That'll be Woodsfield's last timeout right there. So they're going to have about a minute 40 to minute 35 seconds, then you get the ball back, and they're going to have to go probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 yards with no timeouts left. But it can be done.
It can be done. A minute 47 seconds when with time back in. It's 4th and 3 for the Green Wave, and I'm sure they are going to kick it. They have an excellent kicker. I'm sure he's going to want to get us as far back, as deep as he can get us, make us go as far as we possibly can. Nothing is impossible, though. Do you suppose we might see a polecat here at the end of this, Coach?
I think that you're going to have to go into the bag of tricks somewhere along the line here. The only thing is that I'm sure Newark Catholic, having
saw
seen
it last week,
saw the film last week, had scouts at the game, and defensively they'll have people in positions to prevent that from happening. I don't think Larry will be able to get open. If they do go to that, they'll have to go to a different option.
Right.
But right here, we'll see what the Redskins set up. They may put 10 men up and try to go for the block right here.
They're sending one receiver back, will be Robinson, and I believe we're going to go after this one.
Yeah, there's going to be 10 guys up. They're going to go after it right here.
A lot of pressure as the ball will be snapped, and it's a low snap. Oh, and so close, going out of bounds, about the 23, 24-yard line, I believe. But we were close to that one.
Right, the snap was low right there. In that situation, you hope that the low snap, the ball hit in a wet spot and scoop, or he'll have a little trouble to pick it up. Nice job right there by the punter, Jones, to get the kick off. Not a lot of yardage, really, but in that situation, just don't get the kick blocked. Now let your defense do the job, and Newark Catholic defense really has played a tremendous ball game.
Yeah, defense on both sides. Both sides have done a tremendous job defensively.
Line of scrimmage about the 23-yard line, and here's the deep safety right here for Newark Catholic, about 20, 25 yards off the ball.
It's a slot eye. Russell looking. He can't find anybody. He's tucking it in. He's going to the far side, and he's going to be taken out of bounds just short of the first down territory. He's taken out at the 31, 32-yard line.
It's going to be really hard to move the ball down the field with the big play right here with the defensive backs as far off as what Newark Catholic was playing right here. The safety, number 28 right here, Musselman, was back here about the 45-yard line. And the two cornerbacks were way off. They'll give up anything short and hope to make the tackles in bounds. Woodsfield with no timeouts remaining.
So the minute and 31 second is an 8-3 ball game. Full house, backfield, Larry Nelson wide to this side. Ricky, snap, and a lot of pressure, and right up the middle. He, again, looks like it's first down.
Yeah, he'll get the first down there, Dale. They'll stop the clock right there long enough to move the chains with 1:24 left. Russell will get the team up to the line right here. He's calling out a signal right here. The official starting the clock very, very quickly right there.
Slot eye. And we're going to have a play with the clock starting a minute and 15 seconds. Faking, looking for Chris Lynn.
That'll stop the clock right there with 1:12 left. Even if Chris was able to make that catch right there, only a yard or two, and I'm not sure if he would have been able to get out of bounds or not. It's going to be very tough to get the ball downfield against this Newark Catholic secondary.
So it's 2nd and 10. Musselman's going to be standing back on his own 45-yard line. And we got the shift.
They'll come out here in the trips formation.
Single setback. Chris Lynn bouncing, picking it up.
Yeah, they'll bounce the ball out there to Dustin Robinson right there, hopefully to catch Newark Catholic a little bit lax when the ball hit the ground, but they weren't fooled that time. I'll see what they call it. They call it incomplete, or is that, well, that's about where he went out of bounds, so I guess there's not much difference.
No, not much difference. 3rd and 10 with 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining in the ball game. Dustin Hughes checking in as Scott Wilson will step out.
Here we go, Dale.
Shoemaker with the ball, and he's out of bounds.
He's going to be forced out of bounds right there after about a 5-yard gain. I can't tell for sure who the tackler was right there, but he did a good job of hemming Shoemaker in against the sideline there and holding that there. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 4, and you got to get 4 yards right here.
Yeah, they need a first down here. First down, and then deep into the bag of tricks.
And we're going to go into a spread formation again.
And he drops him. It's going to be on the 28-29-yard line. Abel.
Well, I guess that's kind of the way the game should end as far as the Newark Catholic people are concerned right there with their premier defensive player right there.
All-Stater coming through. And
Ryan Abel coming through, making the play right there. I'm sure that Woodsfield's formations were well scouted out, and apparent right there. Abel, as soon as the ball was snapped, just went flying in there. The clock starts under a minute left. Probably 2 times is about all they'll have to kneel.
That's all they've got to work with. And they've got a man back in left field, and he did drop his knee, and which will.
And Woodsfield has no way to stop the clock, and
under 30 seconds.
And they're not even going to get the ball ready for play. The official kind of waits until it gets inside 25. Newark Catholic does not have to run another play, and they're going to advance to the state semifinals next week.
So they will break huddle here with just over 10 seconds. And of course Green will stand there. First team all-district. And that's going to be it.
Great disappointment for the Redskins here. They played their hearts out, and to have one big play beat them is just really a shame.
You can see on the field last week as one side was elated and the other side down. Of course, it's great when you're the winners. The kids have really come through a lot, though, Coach. This has been a rough year for the Woodsfield Redskins. They've not only faced adversity on the field, they've faced adversity off the field, and they've been amazing this year. So we can't say enough for them.
Well, I'll tell you, what makes this so difficult for Woodsfield right here, all week they've been listening to people tell them how you're playing Newark Catholic, every year they're to the state semifinals, to the state finals, you don't have a chance. Well, statistically, Woodsfield outplayed Newark Catholic in almost every aspect of the game.
Right.
But
except the one that counts.
The only one that they pay off on is the score, and you can see on the screen there initially, the dejection of some of the Woodsfield players and some of the Newark Catholic players coming over to offer their condolences. And I tell you what, the Newark Catholic people know that it just as easily could have been them.
Exactly right. And it's been a great run, a great season for Woodsfield Redskins as they've put together a perfect regular season, a kind of a shortened regular season. A lot of these kids will be back, and they have nothing to be ashamed of. We'll take a break, and we'll come back up with the final wrap-up. So you stay with us.
Quality construction demands quality materials. If you're building or remodeling, call Chrisman Supply, the only ready-mix concrete plant in Monroe County. Stocking cement, mortar, sand, gravel, block, rebar, plate steel, angle iron, plastic pipe, roofing, wire mesh, gas line, and more. A fleet of trucks is ready to deliver to your home or business. Chrisman Supply, serving Monroe County with competitive prices and dependable service and quality since 1956.
You can see the trophy being presented by Tim Hott to the Woodsfield
there are some of their seniors right there have to accept that. Larry Nelson, Robert Allen, and looks like Chris Lynn right there to accept the trophy from Mr. Hott. Tim Hott, principal at River High School, a member of the Eastern District Athletic Board, making the presentation right there, the regional runner-up trophy to the Redskins.
The championship trophy, of course, being presented for the Newark Catholic Green Wave.
Congratulations to Newark Catholic.
Our kids have really done a super job all year, and they don't have anything to hang their heads about.
Yeah, it's been an amazing year, Joe. It really has.
And it's heartbreaking. I mean, I can't imagine how the kids feel, but I hope that they can pass that. It had to end sometime. We sure hoped it would have ended at state, but it didn't. And they've done a super job all year long.
And tonight's game, they've got nothing to be ashamed of. The community has to be proud of them.
That's right.
They outplayed, one of the top teams in the state, a team with tremendous tradition. And, it's just that the score, the thing that you only count is 8-3. And it doesn't really tell you what the game was like.
No, it doesn't tell the story. And we'd certainly like to thank all the people that came out tonight. And again, we mentioned the sign on the way out of town. Last one out, turn out the lights. And I think just about everybody in Woodsfield or Monroe County was here tonight to support the Redskins. I think it's really important to see the unity that's come back quickly. I think this football team and Jay and his coaching staff have had a lot to do with that. It was something that kind of pulled everybody back together after the teachers' strike, and I can't say enough.
And even during the strike, it was something that was of course, to divide, but yet it held everything together, and I think there has to be a lot of credit to these young men,
Absolutely.
And their families. They hung in there, they did a super job, and there's a lot of thank yous, and I think maybe we need to do some thank yous tonight. I know it's kind of hard to do it, at the end of a game that you lose.
Well, so many volunteers, so many people have pinch hitted this football season, and not just with the Redskins football team, but also with the band. Of course, we had a lot of help from Janet Schwall and from Sharon Fetzer with the band, and I want to apologize to them too. I tried to film the band during the halftime, and we're filming through a window.
Yeah.
And if they see a lot of jerking and things, it was because the camera just wouldn't budge. It was going against glass, and I apologize to them for that. But the community has been tremendous. The business people have been tremendous in sponsoring these games.
They sure have.
The response we've gotten just uptown and everything, we just can't thank everybody enough.
Well, it's been tremendous, and I want to make a personal thank you. We started the year off with Lance LaFollette helping out, and of course then he got very busy, with a lot of the things at the field house and with the duties down on the field. Kenny Robinson pinch hit and helped a lot, and of course, he helped in coaching while we were on the strike. Mm-hmm. And now, we've been fortunate enough that Jeff Stevens was able to come with us, and we want to thank him a lot. He did.
Just super.
Well, glad to be here. I'm really glad to make the hour drive tonight instead of the 2-hour plus drive that we had last night. But as you say, the sponsors around town and just how everyone pulls together, the back of the football, and hope that the people will do the same thing with all the winter sports around the county, and use that as kind of a healing process around as far as the schools, and get behind those kids.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because that's what this is all about. The educational program and the sports program, it's for the kids, and I think that's the one thing we all need to remember. Adults can have their differences, but they ought to keep it with adults, and let the kids be kids. So we want to thank everybody from Cambridge.
Well, I want to thank Dave, too, for filming all season.
I forgot our
he
cameraman.
freezes usually. Now, tonight we're in here, and it's warm, and it's wonderful
and
over
we
here.
let him in. Wasn't that nice?
That's right.
We let you in, Dave, okay.
And I wanted to mention, too, Dale, that I just really appreciate you staying up all night. Every Friday night, people don't realize that when they finally go to bed, maybe at 1 or 2 o'clock after an exciting evening, Dale sits in the basement until usually daylight, at least, getting the game on. Some nights the editing takes until about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we go plug in the game at 9. And some of us leave him by some of us leave him by himself and go take a nap and then come back down in the morning.
Yeah.
But
it's all been worth it. I think the kids deserve this, and I hope the community really appreciates it. So we will step out of here if you're all done.
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to Jay and to his family, and the success continues.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We're looking forward to next season.
I can hardly wait. I'm ready for it tomorrow. So this is Dale Eddy along with Joe Palmer and Dave Palmer on camera, and Jeff Stevens, and we have
Roger in the
Rogers back here. Roger Stevens with the spy glasses. He keeps us, on the right track. We want to thank you from Cambridge High School, and we'll see you again real soon, hopefully.
At Respects Food Mart, we're proud of all we do. From our humble beginnings in Woodsfield in 1926, we've grown to 6 stores in the Ohio Valley. We strive to combine that small-town friendliness with the buying power of the chain store to give you, our friends and customers, the best of both worlds. And we take pride in our community